Hey guys, I was gonna make a video about my MS, and I was going to do a lot of research on it, and I was going to do my best to make this video as informative as I could, but my MS is bad, and I went without my medication for a while because I just didn't have the medication because of the move, and so I feel horrible, and I probably don't look very well either because I just woke up and I haven't had a chance to take a shower and all that good stuff, but and it's probably not going to be very put together because I haven't had a chance to put my thoughts together. But so instead, I'm gonna talk about what I know about MS for me. As I mentioned before, I do have multiple what is that? I had the word, but I don't anymore. I have multiple conditions. Conditions is the word I was looking for. But and so it's hard for me to distinguish what comes from what condition, what symptoms are from what condition. So I'm going to do my best to only discuss things from MS, but they might not all be MS symptoms. So right now I'm dealing with a lot. Like this morning, I woke up and I was stiff all over, and I've been dealing with feeling, I guess it's kind of like it's pins and needles, really. It's neuropathy, but the way I would describe it, because I have in the past, when I was younger, I had a tendency or a fascination with like electricity, so I had a tendency of touching things that most people wouldn't touch. I tended to touch things that were electric, so I would get shocked. Yeah, I was weird. I don't know. I had like this curiosity that I couldn't settle, so I would touch things. I shocked myself in an electrical outlet. I also shocked myself by touching when you put a light bulb in and there's an outlet, like a little outlet there. I touched that, and I once touched an electrical fence. So I have knowledge of what it feels like to be shocked, and to be honest, those feelings are kind of what I feel when I am dealing with the neuropathy. So it's like a electrical pulse is going through my body. It's like a vibration mixed with like it's like my body isn't communicating, so it's like the nerves in my body excuse me. I also have acute bronchitis right now, which is not fun, but it's like the electrical pulses in my body, they're not communicating very well, and they are not connecting, so they're making these like buzzes, if that makes any sense. And I'm really foggy up in the head, like nothing makes sense sometimes, and most of the time, and I have a hard time walking because most of my body is stiff. So I walk really slow. I believe I mentioned before I have a walker. I have a hard time using my walker, just because, I'm 28 and I don't really like using my walker because I feel like an old person, and I absolutely hate it when old people are faster than me or they're able to move better than me. I know it sounds silly, but I don't like it. But so I woke up this morning and decided I would attempt this video as best as I could, and so yeah. So for me, MS is neuropathy, not having the ability to make my brain connect with the rest of my body. So it's like I can't make sense of things, and I have a hard time moving my hands. Sometimes they don't do what I want them to, or they will twitch. Like if I'm holding something, like it kind of feels like Parkinson's. Like I'll pick something up and my hands will just rattle. Really annoying. And then I also have issues with communicating and finding words, which is weird because I have a huge vocabulary and I use big words all the time, and I have a hard time remembering like how things work, and things like that. Just it's weird because for me, like, I was always really smart, and I even know like weird facts. Like I will pop up with like some of the strangest facts, and my husband's always like, oh, you know some of the weirdest things, but like, and they come out of nowhere. And it's even worse now. Like I will be sitting in the car, and then all of a sudden just like a flash of memory will just pop up in my head, and I'll just be like, oh, did you know? And my husband's like, no, but I bet you do. And I'm like, yeah, I do actually. And then music is another thing for me. Like I have always, when like the radio comes on, I just happen to know the song because my whole life, like my dad listened to everything, so just music pops in my head. Like this morning I was getting up and I was like, I gotta get up, and then of course what song pops in my head? Winnie the Pooh cartoon that I watched when I was like, I don't know, little, 7 maybe. And so just my brain works a little weird, and my body barely functions, and so I have difficulties with all of that. And of course with my MS comes depression, and so that's been really hard lately with the move. Like I went to Walmart last night because in Texas Walmart closes at midnight, and so we had to go to Walmart before they closed, and there were people everywhere. And it's weird for me because I used to be very, like, I was a social butterfly, and now it's like I can't handle people. They're like everywhere, and I can't handle them, which is weird because it's not like me at all. And so I'm dealing with personality changes. I'm dealing with, so like with the personality changes, I have gone through multiple personality changes, and I deal with mood swings, major mood swings. And so MS is different for everyone, so I can't speak for everyone, but for me the mood swings are crazy. It's like I can't make myself stop. So once I get mad, it's like, and it can be anything. Like my son can come up to me and ask for something, and all of a sudden I just blow up, and it makes no sense because I'm usually a really patient person and a really calm person, and usually he can come up to me and ask for anything and ask any question, and mommy's the person to go to. But lately with the MS and not having my medication, it's like he comes up to me and I can't handle him, and I hate it. But so there's that. And and I don't know if you can see behind me, it's really foggy here in Florida, and in Florida. I lived in Florida for so long, but in Texas, I literally live next to a refinery, and right now it's like, I don't know if it's the refinery that's causing it or if it's just Texas in general, but it's like foggy, and it's been foggy for like 2 days now, and we haven't seen the sun, which I don't like at all, because I'm from Florida, and you wake up in the morning and the sun's there and it's bright, and regardless of how cold it is or if it's about to rain, the sun's always there. It's Sunshine State, and it gets its name, honestly. But yeah, so with my MS, I have a hard time focusing. I also have a hard time keeping up with myself. Like, I have a hard time brushing my hair all the time. I have a hard time making sure that I do the things that I have to do that everyone else does on a normal basis. I have to set alarms to remind myself to brush my hair, to brush my teeth, to take a shower. I have to remind myself to, just do basic things. And it's not easy. So, there's that. But then I don't know, MS is ridiculous, and that's why we moved here, so that my husband could help me, because he's trying to get a good job so that we can get a good doctor, hopefully. And I was thinking the other night about patients like me that don't have everything they need. They don't have the connections that most patients do, because there's a lot of MS patients that post these videos and they're like, oh, MS is not that big of a deal, it's manageable. And that's the word that's used, it's manageable, because they're working on a cure in other countries, and they don't have a cure in the US yet. They just have medication you can take to slow it down and to make it easier. And I don't have any of that. The medication that I take is merely to help me with my symptoms, and it's not good enough. It's never good enough. So even when I do get my medication, I still feel ick. It's helpful, but I still don't feel very well. And so I was thinking, yesterday and last night, there are patients like me that get lost. And I was thinking it would be great if we could reach out to them. Like, the MS Society is great, because you can reach out to the MS Society and they'll help you. But what about patients that don't have advocates and don't have people who can help them reach out to the MS Society and reach out to places that can help them, and it would be great if I could manage to come up with something where it's like a lost patients thing, where they reach out to people who have MS or other disorders, and they reach out to them, they locate them. And I know that would be difficult, but it would be great, because it would be nice to find those people who are struggling like me with no medication, no doctor, and they have no way to get that, because they can't seem to function very well. And even doing basic things like calling the doctor is hard for me, and calling the MS Society. It's like, I know I need to do these things in order to get better, but doing them is hard. Doing the things that I need to do to get better is hard. And it's the strangest thing, and it's so ridiculous, but it's hard. And I want other people to feel like there's something out there that will come to them, and help them. Not that they have to make that first step, because making that first step is what holds a lot of people back, like me, because making that first step is near impossible. Especially when you don't have the medication you need. Sorry, excuse me. And the help you need. Like, it's hard. But anyways, so yeah, I'm gonna try really hard to get my thoughts together and present you guys with something a little more informative and a little more factual, that you're not just basing on my thoughts and things like that, because my thoughts aren't accurate whatsoever. But yeah, that's the plan. So I'll see you guys later, and have a nice day, morning, evening, yeah, whatever. I don't know where you are, what time it is, but yeah.